All right, man. You ready, sweet tea?
I'm always ready. Sick, healthy, whatever. I'm always ready.
You got this. Today, we're going over 7 specific behaviors that indicate someone may be lying to you. So a lot of what we're going to talk about today is covered by Paul Ekman's 50 years of research. So I need to note that this content is not covered by my board certified behavior analyst credential, because not all of it's evidence-based in behavior analysis. However, it is evidence-based in Paul Ekman's work. All right, so these 7 specific things you can look for. They're not all inclusive. There's more than 7, but today we're going to laser focus on 7 behaviors. And the way we're going to do this today is we're going to show you clips of someone that was later found out lying, and we're going to zoom in, freeze frame, and show you the behaviors that occurred when they were lying. And one of the reasons we're doing this video is because we're getting a lot of requests in the comment section where people are asking for additional information on lying behavior. So we're listening to you and we're providing everything we can to add value. So do us a favor and subscribe now so you'll get all the information on the future lying videos. So the first behavior that we're going to be pointing out, and you'll see in a subsequent part of this video, is there are clear discrepancies in a person's actions, words, and expressions that are very unusual. The second behavior we're going to go over is what we've mentioned in previous videos, which is duping delight, which is that face or that smirk someone makes after they lie and they feel like they got away with it. The third action we're going to look at is the moment when somebody looks down after a certain question is asked. The fourth behavior we're going to look at is the incongruence in a person's face, where you'll see in one of these freeze frames where a person's eyebrow goes up while they make an unusual face, and it's just incongruent with the message. The fifth action we're going to examine is what I call the boomerang question, where someone just repeats back the same exact question to the person that asked it. The sixth action is vocal behavior, where someone suddenly starts speaking formally and says, "Yes, sir," "No, sir," "Yes, sir," when they don't typically do that. And the seventh behavior we're going to spot is when someone repeats the question just to buy time so they can think of the lie. Now, really, really important, I want you to remember that, as we stated in previous videos, these behaviors don't necessarily mean someone's lying. However, it may mean that they were uncomfortable, and it has to be compared to their baseline behavior. You can't just see these things and say somebody was being less than honest. You have to compare it to their baseline. And to reiterate again, what's really cool about this is Dr. Paul Ekman, in these decades of research, and you'll see here, he went out to New Guinea, where these indigenous people have no contact, no social contact with any human beings outside of their island, and that the behaviors are universal across all human species, no matter where you live and what language you speak.
The big question in going to New Guinea was not, am I going to find out whether they're universal? I already knew they're universal. Is, can I get scientific evidence?
This first one here is about Susan Smith. It was tragic. She drowned her children. And as you can see in this clip we're going to roll, she shows absolutely no compassion or concern, and has a very flat affect when she explains that her children just died.
And there's no emotion going on here. She's trying to put some in her voice, but she's not succeeding. It's not in her face. There are no tears. Her face is totally flat.
It was later substantiated that she drowned her children.
I want to say to my babies that your mama loves you so much.
So that was just totally unbelievable performance. Just totally unbelievable. She's trying.
Now, number 2, note in this clip we're going to roll the duping delight. Sweet Tea is going to point it out with a red arrow. So the duping delight, again, is when someone feels like they got away with something with a smirk. And in the same clip that we're rolling, I want to point out that the person looked down just to give them time to ponder an answer without giving eye contact. Okay, so on this next clip, this creepy dude, which was in a previous video, a 50-year-old that was trying to meet up alone with a 15-year-old child, which is creepy and it's something that's disgusting. In this example, you're going to see how there was incongruence. So notice when we roll the clip, when he's asked questions, how unbelievable his response is. His mouth, his face, and then his one eyebrow going up. It's really creepy, and it clearly shows incongruence.
I'm just on my way to the beach.
Then I remind generic white male that Jolanda told him she was 15.
What? No way.
You know, I have the transcript of your conversation with Jolanda.
You know what? I don't want this cookie. I just want to get to the beach.
Come here, just 1 second, sir.
But generic white male won't be going to the beach today. As he heads out the back, he stumbles off the porch right into the arms of the Fort Myers Police Department.
Okay, this next clip we're gonna roll. This one's irritating because there are people out there that impersonate a soldier. It's very shameful the way I see it, and many of you viewers, when someone, you know, we have people fighting and their brothers and sisters are dying for our country, and then someone goes out there and wears a uniform when they're not really in the military. So let's watch this clip.
5 generals. 5 generals. That's it. 5 generals for what? General Hayden I work for. General Hayden? Yes, sir. Where at? Where's he located? Pentagon. The Pentagon? Air Force. CIA. Air Force. Why do you have Army ACUs on? Don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it? I went to church. That is my uniform, sir. That's my
Notice when asked the question by the guy on the street, how he looks down. Notice this. Now, in the same clip, notice when he's asked to show his ID card. And the first thing he does is respond by saying, no, let me see your ID card.
Can I see your ID card?
Let me see your ID card.
You can see mine any day.
All right.
Army.
Good man.
Service.
Good man.
Are you sure you're in the military?
Yes, sir.
All right, and the next one, you're gonna see a trusted TSA officer. Look, most of them are annoying as it is, but this TSA officer was later substantiated that he took an iPad, he stole it from the conveyor belt, brought it home, and they were able to track it with the ping and the GPS signal.
Okay. And the tracking device shows that it's located right here at this address.
Okay.
Is it here?
No, sir.
But as you will see, that would turn out to be not true.
Did you take it?
No, sir.
You did not take it?
No, sir.
So notice the TSA officer, when he's approached at the house, he suddenly becomes very formal and starts saying, yes, sir, no, sir.
You found it. There it is.
Okay, turn the camera off.
With his TSA uniform now off, Ramirez said it was his wife who had taken the iPad, not him.
After the TSA officer is busted, he removes his uniform and comes to the door and says, please turn the camera off. Busted. Busted. I love it. Now in this next clip, watch this brief one where the woman's asked a question, and this is where she repeats the question just to buy time and slow up her chance to respond so that she can think of a lie.
Did you ever put any false information on any form?
On any form? No.
They were 7 actions that we clearly wanted to go back, reverse engineer, and focus on and freeze frame, just so you can take a look at these things and add these to your arsenal when you're trying to figure out if people are being honest or not. Please let me know what other types of behaviors and situations you would love for us to analyze and freeze frame so you can identify these behaviors associated with lying. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.